There are some truly unavailable places in this world that none of them are quite as strange as these weird and wonderful borders when one country meets another totally different country. Yep, borders can be complicated, but sometimes they can lead to the most unusual and unique sights that exist on the planet. From the largest waterfall in the world that flows between two separate countries to the islands that are just 4 kilometers but 20 hours apart. These are the world's strangest borders. You'll regret if you don't see them. India and Pakistan. This ceremony must be one of the most unusual events in the world. There is nothing strange at this point. It's just a street for ordinary people commute or leave. However, the interesting point appears 2 hours before sunset. India and Pakistan, to show that there is a space between them, hold a ceremony every day 2 hours before sunset, when Pakistani soldiers and Indian border guards, along with people from both countries, perform dances and marches. At the end of the ceremony, the flags of both countries are lowered to show that there is peace in this era. Despite the tense political history between these two countries, this ceremony carries a message of calm. In 2010, it was decided that aggressive dances should be reduced to establish more peace. These dance scenes are truly spectacular. The Arabes Hotel. On the border of Switzerland and France, with its strange fate, it has become a tourist attraction today, allowing travelers to spend the night in rooms, half of which are in France and the other half is in Switzerland. This hotel is in the border of town of Kinor between these two European countries. In 1862, before the division of the region between these two countries, it was a commercial place until it became a residence for French refugees and fighters after World War II. In the 1921, Julius Jitterbug bought it and turned it into a hotel. But now, hotel guests passing through rooms and different parts are sometimes in Switzerland and sometimes in France. Interestingly, this border also runs through the hotel rooms and even passes through the beds. When in the hotel restaurant, guests sit in the France section while the waiters serve them from the Swiss section. Or you might sit at a table with one side in Switzerland and the other in France. Indonesia and Malaysia. Welcome to the road to nowhere. Yep, this strange border shows the moment when the asphalt road simply stops in its track, transforming into a dusty dirt trail. Have you ever seen a border quite like this? Indonesia and Malaysia share both ocean and land borders, and there have been disputes over where it should begin and end for decades, dating all the way back to the 1960s. However, despite their differences, they have managed to keep the peace in both countries. The 1881-kilometer land border runs through the island of Borneo, which is famous for its top-notch natural resources, and they also have maritime boundaries along with the Strait of Malacca. The United States and Mexico. Even the ocean has a border. The iron wall between the United States and Mexico extends even into the water. The US government has built more than 930 kilometers of the wall along the US-Mexico border to emphasize its separation. However, constructing this border has faced problems in some areas due to various permits and laws. So some places, the government has even extended the wall into the water. Our friends from both countries can hop on the beach, meaning they can meet each other in the water. The 4,000 Islands border. On the border of Laos and Cambodia in Southeast Asia, there is a real paradise island that can only be reached by bus. Some tourists can't explore the entire island because there are no roads, creating a truly pristine and attractive paradise. You can see rare dolphins in the water, swim in crystal clear waters, and experience another world at the border between Laos and Cambodia. Darien Falls, known as the Bangiok Waterfall. It is the widest waterfall in Asia and the second widest in the world, located on the border between China and Vietnam. The main part of the waterfall is in southern China, with only a few streams belonging to Vietnam. Darien Falls is considered one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Asia. The water from its waterfall cascades down from 3 cliffs, each 120 meters high. In the rainy seasons, these streams merge. The pristine and beautiful nature and the harmony created by the sound and sight of this waterfall make watching it way more enjoyable. Spain and Portugal. The distance between the city of San Lunar de Guadiana in Spain and the town of Alcotim in Portugal is about 700 meters. As shown in the picture, the border between the two countries at the connection point of these cities is a river. Currently, the only way to travel between the two countries is a zip line used for tourism and sightseeing purposes, allowing tourists to cross the 700-meter water border between Spain and Portugal at a speed of 70 to 80 kilometers per hour and land in the other country. Interestingly, crossing this path takes an hour due to 1 hour time difference between the two countries. The Diamond Islands. What is the closest country to the United States that does not have a land border? Surprisingly, it's Russia. There are 2 islands on the border between the US and Russia, one belonging to Russia and the other to the US. The closest distance between these islands is 3.5 kilometers. What makes this story interesting is that the larger island belongs to Russia and the smaller is a part of the United States. Currently, the larger island is uninhabited, while about 100 people live on the Little Diamond. American citizens living on this island can see part of Russia from the shore. But the fascinating story of these 2 islands doesn't end there. The international date line passes between these 2 islands, so despite being only 3.5 kilometers apart, there is a 21-hour time difference between them. This means that most of the time, these 2 islands are in different days, with one in today and the other in tomorrow, thus earning the names of the Yesterday Island and the Tomorrow Island. The Netherlands and Belgium. In the border town of Prevail, you can see how the town is divided between the Netherlands and Belgium. Surprisingly, these borders run through the town and even through restaurants and living rooms. Separate laws of the 2 countries are strictly enforced in each territory. For example, the rules regarding restaurants' closing time differs between the Netherlands and Belgium. So customers would move to the side of the restaurants belonging to the country with longer hours. In a house where the border passes through, as shown in the picture, it has 2 addresses and 2 doorbells, one for Belgium and one for Netherlands, making it part of both countries. Last but not least, Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls is located right on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls is one of the world's largest waterfalls at 564 feet wide and 354 feet tall. This is the biggest sheet of falling water on the planet. In the local Sotho language, the falls are called Mosi Otunia, which translates to the smoke that thunders. This epic waterfall is twice the size of the North America's Niagara Falls, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. And you can cross between the borders to get a good view from both sides. As long as you purchase the correct visa, of course. Thanks for being with me till the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also please turn on the notification bell. See you all in the next video. Take care.